Good evening, everyone. So glad you could join us on this Sunday evening. I'm Commander Leonhardt, doing comms with E-Ninja for the 7th stream of the 99%ers Club. We have a Scala Kitty special on the roll and Step Lively, pushing all the buttons and making it light up. For those of you that don't know, this is a mystery club. The YAML changes week to week based on the input of the people that play in the races, which is definitely one of the fun aspects for me running it. You never know what you're going to get each week. How you doing, Ninja?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
Glad to hear it. We have Iridia start because someone some week said, I'm going to put more points into start Iridia. So that tends to happen more often. There's also a decent chance Sea Hero showed up. And it looks like one of our modes hit with Kolko Forge Legend Sword at the very top. That is going to be Classic Forge. And we have our other 6 objectives: Get Edge, Complete Cave Magnus, Complete the Giant of Babil, Defeat the Mist Cave Boss, Defeat the Baron Castle Basement Throne, and Find Leviathan and beat him. Yes, it is Renault Iridia Scala. I did notice that. I might keep an eye out for that sprite for reasons. But anyway, as far as these objectives, neither of our runners has scrolled down far enough to let me see whether this is win game or not. It is quite possible it's win game. And as far as whether all these objectives are required, I'd say that that's about a coin flip looking at the YAML that we have required all. If we don't have required all, it's probably required 3, but it might be 1 or maybe even 5. We'll just have to see how that goes.
Ooh. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So this could be a rather quick one, or it could be, a little bit time consuming.
Which is an interesting thing when you're running it. You have to decide if you want to make that aggressive play for something short or take it more naturally. Oh, hi, Foo. People have gotten tired of Foo, I'm just saying. Oh, and we have 399 kits rolled up, and one of them is full of Dragon Whips. So, hey, why not?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So, if this Renoa is in fact a hero, that Dragon Whip's going to be at least somewhat helpful for boosting her agility. I don't remember off the top of my head how good a Dragon Whip is, if that's just 5 or if it's 10.
Don't quite remember with that either.
It is not Sea-Neki, and Gadave confirming that fact. Important to know when you've got a Foo showing up.
Yeah, not Vanilla Foo either.
Both runners going straight for the objective. I mean, this could theoretically be a 2-minute seed. There's a non-zero chance that this antline ends things, and we just are done.
Yeah.
Counter knocking down that level 1 Iridia, but Foo, it's going to be fine if he can just manage to land a hit. Check those spells. Hey, Fire 1, that's what we've got to work with here. Tink.
Yeah.
This is an angry spot for trying to use magic. It's got pretty good magic resistance for this point in the game, which is ironic. Engadave is through. Okay, it's not required 1.
No.
All right then. So,
I'm assuming other flags they'll check will be, see if it's Kano free.
yes, you're looking at about a 1 in 6 chance that no free is on. Meantime, Fire Blizzard's selling some loot and doing some shopping. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
We've received word from our intrepid tracker that it is Win Crystal, not Win Game.
And what was that from Edward? Was that a pan?
It was a pan. So, okay, no free did not hit, and with a pan in hand, there will be more checks to be made underground. K Summon and K Moon are both possibilities. They each are running about 1 in 3 of hitting. K Trap is not a possibility.
There goes all the flame rods. There goes, yep, basically everything.
And Xenocat in chat's making a good point that we noticed during I think the recent async, if I'm not mistaken. But if Classic Forge is on, even if win game hits, Classic Forge overrides that and says, nope, we're giving you a crystal. Go fight Zeromus.
Oh. I do like the purchase of vampires. I like
it's nice to have the option.
Early game J items and cabins for sale.
Yeah, the shop
Nice.
flags. Yeah, people haven't done as much to the shop flags, if I remember right, as I scroll through the yeah. It's
Probably
either standard or wild, and this is clearly not wild.
Yeah, this is standard. I could tell that pretty easy.
Yeah.
Now Dave's gonna check for if free characters are on.
Mm-hmm. Could well be. They start out on, and people have thrown. Well, yeah. See, no free. Nope. Oh wow. Hey.
There's an objective.
That is an objective. That is our second objective, and we already determined from Fu that we don't have Sineki on, so that ninja is coming with his normal starting gear.
Yeah, I mean, 2 short swords, was it bandana, black shirt, and a silver gauntlet?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's good enough for most of the overworld.
Oh yes. Guess the real question is whether putting Edge in the center slot matters. Sea Hero might be on, about a 1 in 3 chance. And if that's the case, then Edge being in the middle is not going to slow anyone down, but you might as well. If you're really good, you can tell from this fight if Sea Hero is on, but I'm not that good. He is most likely wildish, but might be standard.
Evil wall.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave is, well, we will.
Oh, this is another way to find out if Sea Hero is on. Did we
wait,
gain
no.
any levels? Nope. That would answer that.
Oh,
And I think we should have realized that from the Mist fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that should have told us back then.
Because
So,
she would have
and-
gained at least a level from
Right.
that fight.
Yeah, and Engedev was probably already on top of that. So, a package. Nice. But we've already taken care of our character objective. They definitely wouldn't put Leviathan at the Kaipo Inn, would they? Would they?
Hmm.
Yeah, they probably.
I don't know the percentages for other stuff. Like, say, vanilla agility.
Oh, vanilla. Ooh, that's a very good point, and one that I
Minus,
could have thought of. You're looking at about a 1 in 6 for vanilla agility being on, in which case that edge in the middle would matter. Oh, hey, would you like a third objective? Just casually here on Hobbs? How does that sound? So,
And making use of those vampires.
so required 3 is about as likely as required all. So let's see if this puts a crystal in hand.
Nope.
Okay, no crystal. So the only other possibility other than required all is a very slim chance of required 5. We're talking, given that 1 and 3 are off the table, we're looking at about a 2% chance of required 5. So we are likely going to have to be in for the long haul now. And that means an Odin spot, a full pass through the giant, which could be a vanilla giant, and music, and also a forge that Kolkol is going to keep.
Yeah. I mean, he keeps it after all those times you steal from him. You go down the forge.
You know, I normally leave this stuff alone, but the last race I ran was the community race, and with T-Money, I'm feel a lot more compelled to yoink from that shelf.
Well, this will be an easy fight.
Oh, yes.
Typo guards.
Mm-hmm. But this has always been part of the fun for me for mystery flags, is figuring things out as you're working your way through, using your game knowledge, noting things like Rydia's not getting XP, those shops definitely aren't wild, things of that nature.
Irish have a forge.
Right. That's a good start.
The other thing I was kind of wondering,
sorry, I didn't get
the different K flags.
Okay, so we've already seen what happened with K no free. K summon, you're looking at about a 1 in 3 that hit, and same for K moon. K trap is not a possibility.
Okay. So there's about a 33% chance that K summon and moon both showed up.
About a 1 in 9 that they both showed up, yeah.
Yeah. And right now it's not looking so great for them because so far everything they've done has been a key item.
Yeah, that does make it more and more likely that it's just K-Main, but we'll see. And yes, Lord Goober is our resident player of this club who has been trying to activate K-Trap, but for those of you that were around for the first season, it very quickly became the K-Trap Wacky Club, which was entertaining, but isn't quite the introductory level club I was hoping to run, so I put in some barriers to slow down getting those two particular things activated, and, well, I overcorrected, but one learns.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you know?
we're talking about vanilla agility. Well, that's a Cecil.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that really matters with the vanilla agility, right? Is that
yeah, that's pretty important. Now, you're looking, well, I think I mentioned this already, but about a 1 in 6 that we have vanilla agility on. Vanilla Giant, far less likely, but could happen. You know, I'm always amused to find Karate hanging out on the path toward DLCs, guarding against his greatest weakness, an ouch from a Paladin Cecil. Yeah, that's correct, Prof. Ness. Mist Cave was just kind of there as Mist Cave. Edge was hanging out in Damcian, and Leviathan was the boss on Hobbs. So, bing, bing, bing.
Now, other flags I was kind of curious about. Spoon
Go ahead.
flag or adamants?
Let me scroll through the YAML. And no, there's no vetting, Prof. Ness. We just roll it and see what happens. We were here waiting on Restream with bated breath to see if beating the boss of Mist Cave was going to end the seed in a minute and a half. Spoon flag is most likely on. Call it about an 8% chance that it's off. Adamants are definitely on. The no adamants flag is not a thing.
Oh.
Ack Attack Plague is
Kind of gross.
right. And Lord Goober has been observing the turn order for Engade's fight and says not vanilla agility. I will defer to their expertise. Ah, the speed of the count. That's a good call, Lord Goober, yeah. There's a huge difference between how fast Plague's count goes when you have a fast anchor and a slow anchor. So if it was running through super fast, that would account for that. Oh, hey, look. It's a magma key.
We can get underground now.
We can. And if this turns out to be one of the Forbidden Three, we'll know that there's a hook nearby. Oh, but no, it's just our Demonist. This is not a double. We've already gotten a key item from Bedward. It was the pan. Oh! Ha! Thank you. I'm failing to watch both screens at once. Would you like another ninja to go with your ninja?
Yeah, and the amount of key items that are piling up from the locations above ground, I'm thinking this might be K-Main only.
It seems more and more likely every time we don't get a whammy.
Yeah. You'd think by now, at least out of one of the checks above ground, there'd be a whammy.
You'd think. No dupes actually hit. That does not happen often with the current YAML, but, you know, sometimes you roll your 8%. Harry Blizzard making his way upward heels. Get you a paladin.
And I'm wondering if Dave's going to hit underground or go to Baron.
Or maybe even Eblin. Vanilla traps are on, and he knows that it's most likely T Wildish.
Yeah.
So very easy to find.
First, he's going to check to see who the characters are.
Yes. But that makes it a lot easier to go in there, whether you want to avoid the traps or hunt them down for a crystal sword.
It looks like a dupe and a paladin.
Yes, indeed.
Not going to take the paladin.
Thank you for the resub, Tall Grant.
I think Dave's like, this party's good enough.
That's a good party. It's hard to argue with. Might want a replacement for Edward, or if you know, given that you know almost certainly the spoon's on, maybe you do hang on to him for fun. Orb.
I think Edge is actually doing more damage with Mute Daggers than the two short swords.
Wouldn't surprise me. Short swords are not that impressive. And at least he's in the center slot to help deal with the Mew Knives' accuracy.
Yeah. This should be a relatively easy fight for Dave.
Boom. Seeing a cat. Joining me in tossing out numbers. Yes, toss out the numbers. Letting us know that Mutant Knives have 75% better attack than short swords.
No, now Xenos got saying only 40.
Oh, well, it's
so.
still a significant improvement.
Not taking the quorum. Yeah, I think there's there's a couple daggers that are better than short swords. I think even the assassin daggers are.
Yeah, short swords just are not that impressive. Yeah, 25. Nah.
Dancing daggers are better.
Oh, speaking of wacky flags, there was a kleptomania flag seed I ran a while back, and poor Edge was necky until somebody turned over silver knives, and I was actually quite pleased to be stabbing with a pair of silver knives.
That's something.
It was something, all right. Quick trip to Kaipo, take a look around, be on our way.
Dave? Yeah, he's. I don't know. Does he have one? Or is it something else?
It's yeah. He could have been doing both. We're just gonna come on in here now.
I'm looking for shops, I bet.
Yeah, maybe the character. Oh hey, that Rydia you've been keeping on the ground. Yeah, you're not even gonna buy a Leviathan orb because
No.
you are gonna keep Rydia on the ground. Or a Sork robe. We have dragon whips at home.
Yeah.
So many dragon whips at home.
I think Dave's gonna
Oh,
take a stab at Evelyn because buying those
Yeah.
hourglasses.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's as standard as you previously figured out, and you know there's 2 chances for hourglasses to hit in there, and if you can get them, it'll make this a lot easier.
Yep, and that's exactly what Dave's gonna do.
Get those spells in a little better order now, since you already went into the menu for equipment. Try and do all of that stuff at once whenever possible. Dragon whips. Those are pretty lucrative. I don't remember what the other 2 were. Flame rods, and
Flame rods and something else.
they were all 99 kits. They all hit as 99s.
It was a 99 use item.
Yeah,
I
something of
remember.
that nature.
And it wasn't even a very good use item.
Quack. You could take a quack kid, but we have a quack foo.
There's Crystal Sword.
Yeah.
Does he take the rest of them for a possible chance out of it? I think so. He's gonna take all the traps.
Go for it. I mean, you like the experience, but yeah, with adamants on, might you know, you got a chance. Bonk. Bonk. Fire Blizzard not far behind. Be picking up his own crystal cord soon.
I mean, power sure.
Okay, it's not adamant armor, but it still ain't bad. And yeah, Engadave, using his vanilla prep knowledge to good effect, says, I'm not here for these unfrapped chests. And yet, that is a good question, Step. C-Buy is not on. No one has put any points into activating that flag, so we know Cecil's hanging out in Mysidia.
Yeah, this is the fight where the hourglasses come in use.
Yeah, and that Mute Knife is trying, but also reaching into the back row, and we haven't seen a boomerang to back row glitch Edge with. There we go. There's that damage. I know at one point one of the runners looted a Dwarf Axe, so Cecil at least can be back road.
I mean,
Okay.
this ring ain't bad.
Ain't bad. It's definitely not bad. You ready to drop the key in the well and go underground, Engadave? Looks like you are. I see 10 Cure 3s. I'm wondering... Nah, that...
Nah,
Help
that
me.
wasn't 99 Kid.
Yeah, I was about to say, help me out, Ninja. You can find those overworld on standard, right?
What, Cure 3s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that was probably a purchase then. The 10 cabins were definitely a purchase.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the top of people's inventory trying to figure out what that third thing was. Maybe they just sold all of it.
And like I said, I know it is a use item, and it was not a useful one.
Fair enough.
Maybe Echoes?
That's pretty not useful. Oh, look at that center slot stone from the food. Says we're done here. Mute knives? So uncivilized. Engadave going straight for the pan bonk.
Yeah. We get to see our first possible chance at K-Summon.
Yes, indeed. In the vanilla game, this is where you get the self-summon. And yet, you called it, Step. Fiery Blizzard is headed to the Tower of Wishes. JP letting us know that that useless item was eye drops.
Eye drops, okay.
That's pretty useless.
Yeah. And another crystal sword.
Well, why go through Evelyn when you could have just hit Yang over the head with a pan? I mean...
Yeah. You know what the extra crystal sword is?
Money.
It's money for goods and services.
Just in case you didn't have enough money from your
Exactly.
99 dragon whips going by.
Exactly. Hey, I'm a big fan of 30 Sirens in a Dream.
There you go. No, Omnidex. John Burke had no wackies at all. Maybe next season. We shall see what happens.
And there's a sand ruby.
Yeah, not so sad under the current circumstances. I know someone's run into, oh, there's the
And there's
sirens.
Sirens.
Yep. I know somebody's run into Kaipo, but I didn't catch who was in the bed.
Who was it? I think it was Dave. Oh, Dave went in there to look at the item shop.
Oh, okay.
That's what
Gotcha.
it was.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Dave was just looking at the item shop to see what was in there.
And our Fey March is a DKC on the right, and that's Baron Guards on the left, because we've already seen Kaipo Guards.
I think I would back out of here because so far you've gotten key items.
Yeah.
Case Summon's probably not on.
It's less
I
like...
could guess.
Yeah, the odds were against when the siege started, and, you know, the whammy at Sylph Cave combined, as you noted earlier, with all of the hits on the main checks, that looks like you're just spending a lot of time for a little bit of XP.
XP and not to count their sirens for sale down here.
Yeah, the DKC would not be much time, as long as you can get Edward hidden before that fast spot goes. And Gadave's going to give it a go, so we'll see how this plays out. Fiery Blizzard getting inventory bossed. This was not a problem in the community race. For those of you that didn't catch the community race, if you go look at the VODs, the Team Money flag was on. So there's no danger of filling up your inventory. Quick hourglass. Buffered. So that'll get through. They're gonna get their swings in, but they are already paralyzed. So, yep. Engadave showing that, as Xenocat pointed out, not gonna be that bad. Silenced for good measure after being swooned, because why not? Sure, that can be a thing. Well, that's a dart. Well, then it would be a paralyzed, silenced guard if Life 2 was queued up. And Engadave's not even going to save. He says, I can deal with this DKC. I am not afraid. He's going to heal through it. Yeah, hits for about 700. I did not know that, Xenocat. Huh. I'm learning all sorts of stuff out here on comms. Good times. Xenocat letting us know that stop wears off after a life too, but not so much the silence. Fiery Blizzard taking a little longer to get that hourglass out, but gets the job done and is going to make it through. There's been a lot of silence in the Fey March. So yeah, 2 whammies there. That K-summon, yeah. It would be hilarious, in my opinion, if suddenly the K-summon was on and say the Twin Harp was at K value? That would be funny. It's not likely though. Yeah, Step gets it. Step gets it.
Hey, that's too many Bacchus wines.
You let's call somebody out for getting too many Bacchus wines?
Yeah, he bought 60. Key number's 50.
I see.
Thought we knew that. So I see shiny darts for Edge.
Fiery Blizzard gonna forego that silent staff. It's fair.
I was about to say, what is Dave really looking for in Dwarf Castle? I mean, anything, Coffin can be Hourglass, and he's got Hourglasses.
Oh,
It's just, it's just quicker going time, but you know.
Well, elixirs? Certainly
That's
afford
possibility.
elixirs.
Yeah.
Incoming blarg in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
No, you're right.
Probably Witchburn, though. Probably.
Probably. Okay. Bye, Edward.
Poor Edward. Congratulations, we are now changing the name of this randomizer to Exploding Wyverns.
Here's the real question, though. Does he reset? Because, I mean, Riddy was still alive. That's a lot of experience.
I mean, you know...
Yeah, there went anchoring.
Right? Boom! Goes the anchoring. No dupes. You don't get a second foo.
I mean, there's a good chance that Giant could be required. Maybe there's a teller there or something.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe you just go, I have a Foo and Cecil with the crystal sword, and Zeromus has already been handled, whether he realizes it or not.
Oh, that's true. We do get to see if a certain glitch is on, huh?
Yeah. You'll find out if it's on or off. It's definitely on. Actually, all of the glitches that I used for this are definitely on. Warp, Life, Sylph, and Back Row. Whatever it was, Step, it was not a key item. K-Trap is not on.
That's an Earth Crystal.
Yeah, that's a good point, Xenocat.
I'll say they replaced the Darkness Crystal with the Earth Crystal, apparently.
Yeah, but also, if Rydia hadn't survived, Rydia would have learned Warp, but Fu might have already learned it, I don't know. I'm looking down here at the bottom for something new. That defense sword might be new in Fiery Blizzard inventory. That might have been what it was. You don't hate a Soma drop when you have a Fu. You definitely don't hate a Curse String. And Job Dwarf is a probation officer. And thank you, Step Lively, for the info on the defense sword. So, Legend Sword taking care of Forge and Rat Tail itself. Turn in. I want to thank our behind-the-scenes crew. Step Lively has been on top of things as a tracker, doing a great job keeping us straight here in the booth. Scala Kitty doing her usual wonderful restreaming work. Porum for Rydia, or Palom for Rydia now.
I mean, had to switch out your anchoring.
Or you could just check Job Dwarf like a civilized person and get a curse string for your trouble. I kid. Mostly. There are perfectly good reasons not to check Job Dwarf called I don't want to spend the time. But it's fun.
Now we get to see what's in this couple forward shop, huh?
Yeah, could be a good shop. I think... Fiery Blizzard... Turned encounters on, ran from an encounter.
I mean, Zeus Gauntlets were a nice shop addition.
Sure. Ah, thank you, Rowdy Sniper, for stopping me from my slander of Engadave. Apparently Dave did check Job Dwarf, just didn't get the curse string while he was there.
And
oh, hey.
Looks like Dave's getting ready to do their grind.
Yep, and Fiery Blizzard just got a Twin Harp from the Rat Tail turn-in.
I think Dave's like, well, I've got my 10 key item.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well start doing my grind now.
Yep. Fiery Blizzard still needs one more to pick that up, not having gotten the 2 items from Dwarf, but is one more thanks to the Rat Tail turn-in. And with this looking so much more like a K-main only, this should be Fiery Blizzard's 10th.
Yeah.
Neither runner's threatening go mode yet, even with a required 5 possibility. We're going to need... We're in the booth in a potential no mode situation, if it is required 5. But Engadave, and neither runner that far. Fiery Blizzard has the pieces of Forge, just hasn't gone and turned it in. And Engadave just is a simple Rat Tail turn-in from having a harp. And yep, Step Lively asking the big questions. Where's Darkness and Baron? But one of the things about K-main only, if you've ever run any flags where it's just K-main, like the ever-popular Supermarket Sweep, is that you get to 17 out of 17 pretty quickly.
I mean, no one has checked either. Oh, no one has the tower key, so there are 2 checks on the tower.
Yep. There's this check right here, which we will respectfully be quiet for, as Edward wanders out of bed, staggers to the harp to save the day.
DJ Spoony Bard.
Play us a song. Lift your spirits. And ours too. Okay, the music's over. Although it will be back shortly.
Yep.
And as soon as Engadave has his why moment, we'll find out if it's required 5. But for now, well, there's that tower key.
Yeah, speaking of power.
We only got, correct me if I'm miscounting, Ninja, but I only see as checks the 2 in Tower and Baron Castle. We warped for the Luca key. And I think every other main check has been taken care of. What I mean is the sealed cave check. So we've got that and Tower, and Baron. Right, thank you. I did leave that out.
Yeah.
Alright, but we will pause this discussion as we get a lovely encore of the Chrono Trigger music. The retrace, Fiery Blizzard, making these 2 checks, as one does.
Yes. I think Dave chases that tower key.
Yeah. I think Fire Blizzard's going to be right there alongside.
Or
you can do that while you're in the neighborhood. Sure.
It takes you over to Baron once you're done, and if
Yeah.
it happens to be the Baron key.
Opting
Okay.
for the check he's near rather than the density of the tower.
I mean, it could be Zot into Baron key into Darkness Crystal,
It could be if tower. That's exactly what it is. If neither of those items are in the tower, so
Yeah, because the tower could be the spoon and the pigtail.
could be. Not that either of those would actually be horrible whammies. Not gonna get you your crystal, but you're not gonna complain about finding either one. Maybe the spoon is not as impressive, but boy, that adamant armor. Crystal Sword Adamant Cecil will pretty much solo Z.
Yeah.
Drinking up that Bacchus.
And we get the doop.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Thank you for that.
Not too many of them, though. Crystal Sword Cecil has in no time.
Yeah.
French Vanilla Rosa.
Yep. And watch it be French vanilla on the other side.
You know, why not? Rescue my best friend from my brainwashed girlfriend. Change up the script.
Exactly. No.
No.
Just some engineer guy.
Yeah, we do. You're right, JP. We do have Dragon Whips at home. Boy, do we have Dragon Whips at home. Or in whatever the first shop was we visited, but whatever.
Now, is there anything scary we haven't seen yet here?
Well, not that.
Mylon, you're at the wrong spot, man.
But no, I don't think there's anything really scary at this spot.
Not with 999.
Well, I mean, Crystal Sword has a ridiculous amount of multipliers to Mylon Z.
And Fiery's checking over on the tower, so we're kind of getting split checks. But we kind of get to see who might have made the right call.
Yeah, it's possible it's split up. We have Puffing Tail.
So tower is the way.
Yeah, tower is the way, but Engadave probably gonna make a quick trip to get adamant armor. Seems good. So that puts Fiery Blizzard a little bit out in the lead. Now, is there anything at Giant? We still haven't seen an alt gauntlet.
That's true. We just saw Val.
Haven't seen Magus Sisters.
It is 65k of Magus. Well, it ain't 65k of Magus Sisters at that spot.
Right.
It's more like 100 and something.
It's something ridiculous.
No, I know it's over 100,000 of them.
I think ultimately, for again, you have Crystal Sword Cecil, and in Engadave's case, Crystal Sword Adamant Cecil. It's not a matter of anything really being dangerous. It's just a matter of being inconvenient.
Inconvenient or time consuming.
Yes.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to see what's from top of the tower.
Yes, indeed. There's our Baron Key. So, one step closer. Either Fiery Blizzard's gonna get darkness when he leaves, And if not, then he probably heads to Baron first anyway because it's the objective and ends up fading Zot altogether.
It just depends on what this is. If it's a spoon, do you go do Zot into, because it takes you right straight to Baron? I don't know.
I would just do Baron. I'm a big fan of check your freebies, do your objectives, but I would understand the Zot into play.
We'll just have to see what this is.
You at least get a chance to fade Zot entirely with its 2 bosses and its cutscene if you just do Baron. I would want to give myself that chance. Drum roll. Oh, it was all at the tower. Go, go, go!
Tower had all the value, huh?
So much value. And the tower key to make that check more attractive was at its own objective, Cave Magnus. So,
Yeah.
once again, do your objectives and check your freebies.
And you said there's a chance this could be Vanilla Giant?
Could be. We're looking at about 6%. But we'll know the moment they go to the Giant. The person that takes you there from the big whale warned you that you will have to complete the Giant once you enter, if Vanilla Giant is on. Ew, I forgot this was a blue robe.
Senator Crocodile.
It is Senator Crocodile! We saw the paws!
Yeah, I saw the pause. I was like, oh.
Exploding wyverns. Senator crocodiles. Nice.
Well, that was good.
Well, the good news is Enga is probably going to make it into Baron before Fiery Blizzard gets out, and the bad news is that Engadave will still have a lot to do. Three dodges on the wave. 15 damage at the high end on Porum for the miss.
I think they will actually blow through the gauntlet a little bit faster.
Because...
Just a little bit. Maybe not.
Well, we'll see.
Although Dave's also got levels on his party that are quite a bit higher. That might make a big difference too.
And Fiery Blizzard's getting done with the gauntlet right as Engadave's discovering the news.
Yeah, I'm looking at the levels of Dave's party as opposed to Fiery, and I'm liking Dave's a little bit more. And especially more after going through the giant.
Was it Wave? I will show you how. That being said, it's not going to be that impressive.
Not really.
We're going to get at least one beat stick in before that wave comes out, maybe two. And since the wave attack bases its power on the user's current HP, it's every hit makes it easier to deal with.
Did Fiery get that Store Rage off in time? I think so.
Might have.
Yeah.
Yep, good job. Nicely done. Into the shell with you.
Yeah, so like I said, very good timing. And done.
6 objectives down.
Man, I was hoping the turtle would be at 65k.
That would have been a bit annoying, yes. That would have been a possibility that could have caused a little bit of trouble.
And fake Hanzo for the reward.
Indeed. I think it's still slightly faster to walk out the waterway.
Yes.
Actually, especially now that they've, well, yeah, they sped up the cutscene a little bit now that we get 2 statues instead of being kicked out of the room and watching it explode, but...
Oh, okay.
Fiery Blizzard's gonna go for the check anyway. Oh, well then. So this won't be a one-shot from Cecil. Indeed. Step lively. Indeed.
Well, now we know who's there. Yeah, it's slightly faster to just walk out through the watery pass. Because that's a time-consuming fight.
But Fiery Blizzard thinks this might be a Pinktail. We know that it's a spoon.
Yes.
I'm kind of curious if that was a factor in his decision, or if he had known it was a spoon, if he would have done the same thing. It's a good point, Step. It's a good point. Throw that spoon in that 65,000 hit point base.
Dave has to know, though, that the Baron Bird is the spoon.
Yes, Dave knows. Unless Dave wants to entertain the remote possibility of it being not just K-Main, but I don't think anybody believes that.
Yeah. Not with everything we've seen.
Right, well, we in the booth now officially know, but I think we had decided a while back, and so did our runners.
I almost assumed it before we even hit Underground.
Yeah.
The only thing I could have thought maybe was it was Splash K Summon, because there's only, 4 summon locations?
Mm-hmm.
Or, 5. Or, yeah, 5.
Sylph, Asura, Leviathan, and Bahamut, and Odin, yes, 5. Yep, 5.
And Dave's gonna go up and take it.
Yeah, go get your spoon. You've got an Edward.
Yep. I mean, that Edward has right around 1,000 HP, which, I mean, for an Edward's not bad.
Okay, Vanilla Giant did not hit. We did not get our warning. Dum, 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 dum. Yep. And although it would have been rude, as you pointed out, but already seen that. We talked about it being maybe Magic Sisters. Or it could just be Octomom.
Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, Octoman still hits relatively hard here.
Right step. Because FF4 is a finely coded game, and because the bosses are often designed to be weak to Cecil, Octomom is weak to darkness in weapons, but that makes Octomom strong against holy weapons.
Yeah, it's mainly because of where you fight him in the game. You're still TKC.
Yes. D-Mist has a similar planning process. The funny thing is that just puts Cecil and Edge on, closer to normal footing. Edge with the Thunderclaws landing just under 4K, and nope, I take it back. That 2900 must have been a high roll. Oh, down goes the Thunderclaw.
Ouch.
As many hit points as there are here, plenty of time to get everyone back up in time for the big finish. There it is. And G'day's still just one fight behind, marching right along as quickly as possible, sets up that glorious thing, Adamant Spoonward. Yarr!
Yep. And Fire's going to go back and save, of course. I don't blame him.
Yeah, it was a long, right? Yeah, exactly, Step. Nobody expects the Adamant Spoonward. Pink. I will punch this bard for 1 damage. Wait, what?
Yeah, have a nap for him.
Huh. I don't think this is an issue. I don't think there's enough hit points for this to be an issue, but... probably would have worked up to, but it is definitely the aggressive choice. The magic here is strong enough to make those bounced viruses sting. And there we go. No worries.
Luckily for that spot, the HP is a lot lower than the first spot.
Yeah, and then cut it in half to divvy it over the lunars to boot. Oh hey, about that Tella and the Giant as a last-minute replacement anchor. So
Didn't I say something about killing the giant?
Yeah, you did. You did. And as Fiery Blizzard is wrapping that up, Engadave is wrapping up Octomom.
And is taking the Tella.
Yeah, makes sense. And with Palom not quite at Nuke, I agree with the call there on who exactly to substitute Tella in with.
And Dave's going to do probably the same thing that Fiery did, just... I mean, it takes 2 swings with Cecil to take him out.
Well, since win game didn't happen, we get to ask something that we won't be asking much in the future. These Z flags that Chad is bringing, we won't see them that often. But for now, we get to ask a very traditional question. Who we gonna kick tonight?
Oh.
I did.
And your voice was just too powerful.
The question is, whose butt are we gonna kick tonight? There is one Z sprite that can do your taxes, Dave Runter. Yes, there's one.
I didn't know there was one.
There is. There's one. I guess it depends on how you interpret the sprite. My interpretation of the sprite is that it can do your taxes, but you know.
Does it have a hat? That's another good question.
Yep. No taxes.
And does not have a hat.
Nope. A variant on, if you will.
Oh, yep, Sep's got a good point. No hat. Don't let do taxes or surgery. This is one fight long enough that Fiery Blizzard is still working on it when Engadave shows up. I suspect that's the only Big Bang we'll be seeing on Fiery Blizzard's side, with the damage that Cecil and Ed are putting out. Fiber. It'll be even worse on Engadave's side with us Adamant Spoonward contributing, but I don't think it's enough to catch up. No, I don't think so.
Oh, we do in fact see a second Big Bang over on Fiery Blizzard's side. Oh, that's a wombo combo threat. A little bit of one.
No.
No, but cuts through. Down goes Zoidmus, and the Fiery Blizzard is done at 113.14. GG.
Yep, GG.
We'll see if Fiery wants to join us for an interview. Oh, and coming in second, we had somebody finish in front of Fiery Blizzard on off stream. Thank you. Saradin at 110.06. GG's to Saradin. Spoonward going up. Adamant Spoonward showing up. Edged on the damage here, but not so much Crystal Sword Cecil, and we are joined by Fiery Blizzard. GG's.
Thank you. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you?
You know, I spent a lot of time fishing for an adamant armor. I was like, I have a 50% chance in Baron that it's going to be the pink tail and it'll be an adamant armor and it'll make it all worthwhile.
I was wondering about that. If you had known that the pink tail was in Zot, would you have walked out the waterway or would you have gone in for the spoon?
No, but I had an Excal to throw. Spoon really wouldn't have been worth it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, this seems to be a theme where we removed Fu from the starting screen, and so he just walks out as your partner.
Yeah, that Fu, we just can't get rid of him. I'm anticipating certain feedback in the during the tournament season as I get ready for Club Season 3 on ways to make it better, which I'm eagerly looking forward to. I'm always wanting to make things better when we can.
No, I'm looking forward to it too. I thought the ASIC was probably the most hilarious one of them. I think someone might still be running it, so I won't exactly say or repeat what I said in the race room about it. But
might not be repeatable on stream anyway.
nothing bad, but yeah. No, I thought. Well, barely avoided the 17 out of 17. Of course, the one key item I was looking for didn't show up, but
right.
it was came in, so generally pretty fast. Really didn't prove to be any exception here.
I was just wondering, how early did you figure out it was K main?
I mean, technically, never.
See, in my mind, I figured it was K main before you got underground because of no zonks above ground.
Yeah, although I think we've had a couple asyncs that were K-Main Summon or K-Main Moon that didn't have any zonks underground or in the overworld.
Yeah.
And then you take a required queen spot and it turns out to be a key item and you're just like, oh. Okay.
Oh, okay. Now K summons figured in.
No, it's the only reason why I took the guards at King was because I had an hourglass. I was like, okay, at least I can slingshot Cecil here, although I forgot how little XP it actually gives there.
Yeah.
But no, I think in these sort of cases you just assume K-Main until it's proven otherwise.
Yeah. Of all the possibilities, it was the most likely result for the K flags, what we got.
So
K-Main, no free.
Yeah, so I had thought for the longest time that the Stink 7 had hit until Tella showed up.
Ah.
And it was like, because I was thinking about it, I'm like, it's the Stink 7, and of course Fu is one of those 7. Of course, I didn't check it was in Watery Pass, so it could have been like Yang would have told me that too.
Yeah, neither did Engadave.
Yeah,
so.
Somehow I called the giant character like early.
Oh yeah, and it proved to be worthwhile here because this is like, well, now I can move Fu off anchor duty and have him actually do a respectable nuke to nerf. Be slightly faster, I guess. Not sure if it was truly worth it, but
Remind me, did the exploding wyvern? Was that you? One of our, I know for one of our runners.
That was Dave. It ruined
Okay.
his
Yeah.
Rydia anchor.
no, yeah, my Rydia anchoring was ruined at Plague. And
gotcha.
at that point I was like, okay, I guess I'm hunting for a curse string now. And so all those chests that were just opening up on the way up Feymarch and Inself, I was just looking for a curse ring and it shows up in the back of Tomra. I'm just like, okay, cool.
Job dwarf karma.
Yeah, it's the ironic thing is that I didn't actually need to pick Rydia up on that fight. Fu did get the lit 3 out on Plague in time, but that first attempt wasn't going to work with fast anchoring. Plague back attack fast anchoring just is not a fun time, especially without life pots.
Yep.
Since I never found any of those. Found 1 Star Veil in a random chest, and that helped me for Golbez. Wasn't really required for it.
I think Dave found life potions in, what was it? It's Kaipo.
Kaipo? Yeah.
Kaipo, life potions and Star Veils.
Yeah, I mean, they're somewhere there. I just wasn't going to go to Kaipo.
No, you get out of my way.
I was very surprised to see Witchburn, though. I thought it was... I may have just been confusing the YAML between Witchburn and normal. It may be skewed towards Witchburn. I was thinking it was skewed towards normal.
It is. It's got, at the moment, 50 on Witchburn and 4 on normal. So,
okay.
Yeah.
At least I know how much HP that spot has exactly now.
Yeah.
I'm glad that at least the Babel objective was the Giant of Babel and not the Tower of Babel. Or the Lower of Babel.
Why is it always the Tower of Babel? Puts points into Lower Babel objective.
Too bad the Lower Tower of Babel had a lot of the goods to finish the seed.
Oh yeah, the entirely required, no getting away from that. But no, this was a fun seed, I thought. Crystal swords everywhere. No dupe, so it's not like it really mattered. Was tempted to feed it to the Chocobo. All of them. But
I mean, that'd been something.
Yeah. But no, I had a lot of fun. I'll get out of you guys' way and then Dave can come in. But I wanted to thank both you, eNinja and Commander, for commentating this step for tracking, and Scala, of course, on the restream. It took me a little bit to recognize Chrono Trigger there in the harp, but it was fun. So, looking forward to more weeks of this club, and hope you guys have a good night.
Yep, night.
Alrighty. And with that, we are now joined by Engadave. GG.
GG's.
GG's, man.
Fun seed. A little bit of panic at the start.
No, yes. We were holding our breath at Mist Cave, like, will it be a crystal? Will it be a crystal? It's not a crystal. And then
like 5 minutes later on Hobbs, when Leviathan shows up.
Is it required 3? Is it required 3? No, it's not.
Which is good, because I've had to make through on a thread I made in the race room ahead of time.
What was that threat?
There was an Edward there. I was going to make you guys watch me learn Eddie strats on the fly.
Oh.
I would have been here for it. I'd have grabbed the popcorn. I'd have spent the entire 17 minutes talking about you got your basic Eddie strats, and then you've got the version where you're trying low on Star Veils and you want to conserve them, and then you've got your lead-in damage, and then for the truly sadistic ones, you could just bounce 1 virus and hide and go to sleep and come back the next morning. I could have gone on and on for the whole thing.
have been entertaining, especially the first 3 or 4 times when it blows up somehow horribly. Think of things blowing up. Boom burn.
I learned my first ones on the fly too. I was practicing for ZZ3, which definitely with its flag set had the opportunity. And I had an Edward start, and I saw 3 objectives in the overworld, and I went, all right, chat, if it gives me a pass, I guess we're learning it.
So Dave, I mean,
later.
Wyvern lives up to their name and did ruin your anchor.
Yeah, funny part is I took the 2 bosses in the Fey March because I didn't have warp.
Right. I wanted to get warp on Foo, and then, we'll just give it to Rydia.
So there was a plan behind taking those, and it was because I wanted to make sure I had warp before doing dwarf.
Makes sense.
Because I don't know if you saw, before I went on the ground, I checked my spells, went, oh, we're missing something. Let's see if there's something free in the March I can bop. Turns out there were 2 free things down there.
The only thing that would have been funnier is if it had Flea.
Also, that is the second time in like 4 seeds I've had Explode Wyvern.
Right?
And both times, Eddie's been the unfortunate victim.
And I won't say when, but not too long ago, I had a Fission Wyvern, which is even more thrilling.
Oh, I know when you had that.
I know that you know, but no spoilers.
Wow.
Yes, we are now the Exploding Wyvern club here on Free Enterprise. Try not to get any bits of wing on you as you wander in.
Small pieces of Wyvern everywhere, you know, it happens.
Right?
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Overall, the seed was, relatively straightforward despite the full clear, and yes, I could have gone 16, but I figured at that point I knew where the spoon was, and it wasn't that much longer to just grab it.
Yeah, Fiery was 16 out of 17, and if Fiery had known it was a spoon waiting for him there in the trash can instead of a pink tail, it would have been 15. But it doesn't take long to get all 17 when all you got is K-Main.
Oh, so Fiery faded Zot, wasn't it?
Yes, yes, Fiery faded Zot. Fiery had done Harp a little bit earlier than you, and so went on to do other things rather than dipping immediately into Zot. Actually, Fiery was running up the tower right as you were running up the other tower. So for the rest of the siege, you were basically just like one fight behind. You got into the gauntlet as he finished it. You got into the basement throne as he was doing the main throne. And yeah, he was still fighting V when you wandered in.
Yep.
But glad you had fun with it, and glad you've been enjoying the club week after week.
Yeah, the club's been fun. It's nice to have the, mystery, the evolving mystery, that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think we did better this season than last, but I plan to do better next season. Also, I'll have time to run in it, which will be nice.
Yeah.
I'll help that this season hasn't turned into Wacky Races Round 3.
True.
Yeah.
Wacky races are fine every now and again, but every week in a club that's supposed to be newbie, when you don't know enough about wacky races to turn off fist fight.
I like this fight.
4 or 5 in a row hit last season.
It was something pretty strong because there was there was no negative numbers. I did not know about the joy of negative numbers in YAMLs. I think Scythemark. I know Scythemark was at least one person that looked into that for me.
I mean, there's some nice wacky flags.
There are.
Yeah, mystery juices.
I'm a big fan of something worth fighting for. Ow! Ah! Anyway.
Skyward Warrior.
Ninja, I'm throwing a newspaper at you.
You can throw a newspaper
You're calling
at me all
down
you
how
want.
it is being a
Wait, which one? What, Wacky Juice?
no, mystery juice. Yeah.
juices.
Oh, Mystery Juices? Yeah, I haven't run that one yet. I'll have to run
I
that
just don't like the
sometime.
bookkeeping aspect of it.
I've done Misspelled, but I haven't done that.
Yeah, mystery juices.
Someday.
You got to write down what use items do what.
Or you could not use items.
That's true.
That doesn't seem like an ideal solution, though.
Not really.
Well, we're getting close to the end of club season. Tournament season is just around the corner. And yeah, probably still do some asyncs into tournament season like we did last time. But live races are about done.
Yeah, this slot's gonna be reserved for tournament races, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. A lot of people turn out for the tournaments, and the admin try really, really hard to get everyone restreamed at least once, and that's a lot of restreamed races and a lot of volunteers stepping up to make that happen. So, you know, it is what it is. It's just great that we have such participation in the community, both in terms of runners and people working on it to not only be able to do the tournaments on a regular basis, but also have so many clubs running in between. Speaking of which, anyone out there wants to come in and help with that, join the Discord. It's fun. There's that little link right there.
Yeah, great group of
We'll
people in
point you in
here.
the right direction. Go ahead.
I would like to thank you, Commander, for putting on this club and doing commentary tonight, along with you for commentary. Scala for rolling this wonderful seed, and thank you for not making it 1 of 7.
Aww.
Yeah.
1 of 7 win game. Okay, everybody. We're done.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. It wasn't quite open the Baron sewer and be done, but it was darn close. Thanks for running it, and thanks for being restreamed.
And you, Steph, for pushing all the buttons. I gave you all of them.
So many buttons. Steph did a great
Yep.
job keeping us straight up here.
And if you don't have anything else, I think it's
No.
about time to head out.
Yep.
All right then. We will see you next time.
I will see you next time.
And that was Engadave. If you haven't already given our runners and our team a follow, go do that. There's good stuff to see, and some of them might be in the upcoming tournament, and you'll get to see more good stuff there. That is going to wrap it up for our Community Club Showcase for tonight. We do have more free enterprise action on the way. We're rating Flossy Fern, who is doing a race with, well, a seed. Ninja words are hard. Doing a seed using the last tournament's flag set, one of the two, Blue Moon.
Oh, I remember building all too well.
Yeah. The community race for next week is going to be slightly altered from the flags last week based on some feedback. So check out that Discord to see what the new flags are going to be and check out the races. But until then, good night and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yep. Good night, everybody.